Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters, welcome to my craft room. If you're new here, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I'm going to make a card using the Love from Lizi So Lucky card kit. Now I have some of the stamps and dies that we got in that card kit. I have them here. And I'm going to be using those to make a St. Patrick's Day card. I'm also going to use the Celebrate stamp set. This came out in May 2022 and I'm going to use the stamps from that. I'm going to use the recently new to the Love from Lizi website. These are the postage stamps nesting dies and I'm going to use these for my card front. And I've got some Love from Lizi gems. I'm going to use those as well. Lizi has got a fantastic range of stamps and dies and kits, etc. that are on a big sale at the moment on the website. I'm going to leave links down below to that. So I really do encourage you to pop on over if you want some great discounts on your crafty products. There will be links in the description to that, as well as to other design team members and to the video that I have previously made using this kit. So that's it. Let's go ahead now and make our St. Patrick's Day card together. So I have here a piece of cardstock, and this started out as an A4 piece of card. This piece measures 11 3/4 and it's 5 7/8 because we're going to make a kind of 6x6 card. I find a lot of people don't have a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, or their ready-made cards are generally 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. So I'm going to score now down through the middle. So I'm going to score at 5 7/8. Now when you fold this over, you will see that they don't quite meet up, but that's okay because it makes it easier then for the recipient to actually open and close the card. So just keep the shorter side to the back. So I don't know if you can see that there. There is a tiny little bit. It's 1/16, and listen, we won't fall out over 1/16. So there is my 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 card. This is going to fit beautifully into my 6x6 envelopes that I have, the ready-made ones on my shelf. So it'll save me having to make an envelope for them. Now, next we need another couple of things. I'm going to move the scoreboard out of the way and we'll go through them then together. So I have a piece of holographic cardstock. This is some lovely green because it's for St. Patrick's Day card. And this piece measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And it's going to sit on there with a nice little border, a 1/8 border going the whole way around, which would be lovely. Then I have two pieces of white cardstock, and both of these measure 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. One I have left as it is, and you can see there now it's going to give us another lovely border going around there. I'm losing a lot of the holographic card. If you don't want to you know, waste it, as it were, you could always cut out the middle of it. It's called gutting the card. You could always do that, and then you'll have that piece to use in another project, but I don't mind. I'm just going to pop that down on top like so. With the second piece of white cardstock that we have, I'm going to use the nesting postage stamp dies, and what I've done is I've taken the second and the third die from the middle, and I have centered, you know, I've kind of popped them onto my card, so I'm going to have a more or less even border all the way around. So I've die cut out two of them, and you can see here I have them left in here. I've used some very low tack tape to hold them together, and then what I did was I turned it around the other way so that, you know, they'd be opposite. So I'll pop those out like so, and I'm going to keep these. I'll pop them in with the dies, and then if I'm doing another project or I want to make another card, I can use these. So they do pop out. The little stitched lines there, it kind of sticks to them a little bit, but with a little bit of care and finesse, they'll just pop out. They're lovely. So I'll keep those, like I said, with the dies. I'll pop them into the back, and that way when I'm doing another project, I'll already have some of these ready to go. What I might also do is maybe stamp one of the images on this, and then stick this on to the envelope on the outside, and it'll be like a ready-made stamp. So, you know, fun things you can do with those. So, and I'll put the dies then back. So I want to sit this back on over my white piece of card. This will allow me now to stamp my images and my sentiment in these open places. I could take little strips of foam tape and raise them up. I do like a bit of dimension to my card. I'm also handing this card to the recipient, so I'll see what I fancy when I'm actually putting it together. But that's how that's going to sit on there. Now we have these little gaps here. I've got a fab little tool in my stash. It's a dressmaking tool, and I'll leave a link to it on Amazon down below. And what it does, if I show you here on a piece of cardstock, if you press onto it, it'll give you dash lines, like what you would see when you get a book of postage stamps. And I hope you can see that there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to do it across the middle here, down through here and up through here. And I'll use a ruler to help me get a nice straight line, so it'll look like you can actually tear the stamps off and away. And I thought that would be a really fun thing to do using this little tool. Now there is a name for it, I can't remember what it's called, but it is a little dressmaking piercing tool, and like I said, I'll leave links to that down below. So now we have that all ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two pieces to my stamping platform, and I'm going to stamp some of the So Lucky images onto the white piece in the back. So let's go ahead and do that next. So now I'm popping my cardstock into my stamping platform, and with this platform I've added a piece of acetate here across the top. It has the numbers are etched in there, but I just find it gives me a corner to butt my cardstock up into when I'm doing things like this. So I'm not going to add my magnets yet. What I want to do is I want to put this piece in then on top of that. So the two of them are lined up in together into that corner, and now I can take my magnets and I can sit them down onto this, and I can now pop in my images. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to stamp my images, and then I'm going to take my tri-blend markers. They're the Spectrum Noir Tri-blend markers. I'm going to take them and I'm going to colour it in, and while I'm doing that I'm going to play some music in the background. So I'm just adding a little bit of liquid glue on my slim foams, and the reason for that is it'll help me to place it on my panel. So I'm very careful. Now I will give you a little bit of advice when you're putting foam tape on. If you're putting foam tape on, then make sure you have it on the back so that your panel is the right way round. I put my foams on the front, and then when I went to put it down, it wouldn't go the right way. So make sure you have your foam on the right side. Also, this would make a great shaker card. If you put some acetate on this, on the back side here, you could have this as a shaker card with lots of different shaker windows, but I wasn't going for that look this time around. So but it is something I might do in my next 10 cards 1 kit video. I think it would really look cool. I love this look. I think it's really, really good. So I'm happy enough with that. I think I have it on straight. And I do love my images. Like I said before, I'm not a colorist, so you know, I don't really like doing colored images on video because I don't feel, you know, that I'm a proper colorist. So you know, I just feel like it's wrong to be showing you how to color. Now you will have seen I used the VersaFine Claire ink for my stamping, and I shouldn't have. I should have used my Memento, and it was only later that I thought of it. So I will have put up on the screen to use an ink that goes with, you know, your alcohol markers. I'm just tidying up the edge on the bottom panel, not the one where I've die cut out, just because it's a little bit crooked. Now I'm taking just a slim bit off, but I just don't want to see that panel. So you can see there I took a little bit off. So now that will sit nicely onto my green. And then I can pop that onto my card base. I think it probably goes that way. Yeah, that's the way. So I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to use my Kalal glue to glue this piece down, and I'm going to then glue that down onto my card base as well. Now I love that. Inside I'm going to add a strip of my holographic cardstock, and this measures 5 7/8 by 1/2 inch, and it's just to tie the outside in. You could add some of your Peeloffs, but I am going to add some of the Twinkles and some of the butterfly Peeloffs. So I'm going to pop 1 or 2, and I'm using the gold because I think it'll pull out some of the colors that's in our coloring. Actually, I'm going to use my tweezers to get these little butterflies out. Yeah, I like that. I think that's enough now. I don't want to overdo it. And I'm leaving the inside blank because I'll have lots of room to write my message in there and put Happy St. Patrick's Day. That's something I don't have, is a Happy St. Patrick's Day stamp. So yeah, I know you could print one up on your computer if you're that way inclined. I'm not. So I'm just going to write it. The last thing I want to do is add some accent glaze to the inside, and I'm going to do that next. And there we go. There is our St. Patrick's Day card, our So Lucky to Call You Friend card, using a previous kit from the Love from Lizi website. And the kit that we have used is from February 2021. And like I said, at the moment, there's some great sales going on. So have a look. You might find this kit is still available. Lizi is clearing the stock in preparation for a move. So I'll leave links to Lizi's website down below, to the kit subscriptions, because you might be inclined to pick up a kit, seeing what you can do with some of the kits. And I leave a link to the other design team members. They share videos regularly using Lizi's kits. And yeah, that's it. Links are in the description, folks. And if you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and maybe come back. And if you're inclined to come back, click the subscription button. So I'll leave it there. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. From me, well, I'm not in my craft room. I'm actually in the Netherlands visiting my daughter, son-in-law, and beautiful granddaughter. So I hope you're having a happy St. Patrick's Day wherever you are. So until next time, folks, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.